I'm a student at U of T, and we're going through exams, and the pressure was getting to everyone, but because I was praying and I know that lots of people were praying for me, I was able to remain so calm that even that people around me were asking me, how can you stay so calm during this time? And I was like, it's okay, because God is listening, God is with me.
Socrates wrote, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." He has a good point, and I can't say that I disagree with him. You see, one of the first steps before failing is having a prideful spirit, believing that you have more to teach than to be taught. It is difficult to lead or be around someone who has great admiration for their own ideas and opinions, or someone that considers that they have more to contribute than to learn. A language teacher once said, "Ignorance is bold." The reality is that the more we study a particular subject, the more we realize that we know little to nothing about it, and that we have so much more to learn. So no matter who they are, where they're from, no matter their age, gender, education level, or economic status, everyone has something that they can teach us, something that will enrich our lives. In the end, it all depends on whether we are open and willing to learn. If we have a teachable, or in other words, humble spirit. Today's study on prayer is going to reflect on those who have a teachable spirit. The prayer we will study from today is found in Judges 13, verse 8. Then Manoah prayed to the Lord and said, "O my Lord, please let the man of God whom you sent come to us again and teach us what we shall do for the child who will be born." The children of Israel had already been suffering 40 years of oppression by the Philistines, and at this time God decided to intervene and change their situation. He chose a family from the tribe of Dan to be the bearer of liberation. Manoah and his wife had no children, but the angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife and promised that she would become pregnant. The angel of the Lord also gave her clear directions that they should raise him to be a Nazirite, especially dedicated to God's work. After receiving that visit from the angel of the Lord, she quickly ran to find her husband to tell him what had just happened. One of the aspects I admire about this story is that Manoah at no time doubted what his wife had told him, much less that she would become pregnant. He did not pray for a sign to confirm what his wife had experienced, but he prayed that the angel of the Lord would appear again, this time asking that the angel provide more details on how to educate the child. Manoah did not question the direction given by the angel, nor was he boastful in saying, "I know how to raise and educate a son. I do not need anyone's ideas." Instead, he was humble and pleaded for God to give more guidance. What an example for us today. When Psalms 25 was written, Manoah had long since passed away. However, I can imagine him singing this promise. "Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. On you I wait all the day." Manoah had more than a teachable and humble spirit. He had the desire to do God's will. He was willing to give up control of his life and allow God to teach him how to live instead. That same manner you must follow as a family. Have you ever had the courage to pray this prayer? The prayer of humility. "Lord, teach me." If not, I think the time has come for you to let God be God in your life. Place yourself before God and ask Him to teach you. Remember that prayer is the key in the hand of faith to unlock heaven's storehouse, where are treasured the boundless resources of omnipotence.